UF069 Ride Companion. Nice.
What's up, everybody? Mick Deluxe is back. Welcome to another episode of ATV Ride Companion. We'll call this 004, but I hate to break it to you guys. There will not be any riding in this video. I went back to Pepez a few days ago, and I had to pack up two ATVs by myself in the trailer and in the truck, so hauling two ATVs with just the Ram. And I figured I'd just throw the cam on my head and turn it on. Listen, the last ride campaign is doing very well, and I've actually had a few people come up to me and say, "Hey, listen, man, I really liked your video, and good job with the voiceover. It was a pleasure to watch, and it kind of breaks up the riding." So that pumped up my tires. So I decided, why not do another one? Little bonus footage. So you see me here, I'm just kind of starting to set up. I already have my truck backed into where I like to load the ATVs. I have not loaded in my truck bed for a long time. And you guys are going to see how close I came to absolutely punching my ATV through my truck windshield. Conditions weren't as good as I'm used to. I kind of forgot everything about it, and I had a camera on my head, so I was just going for it. I didn't really want to stop or kind of take my time for it, but I ended up looking like a real jackass doing it. So we can have a good laugh when it comes to that. The setup here right now, I'm just taking off the trailer, so I got a little 5x7 galvanized steel, I think Sterling. Yeah, there's the brand on there. They're just from Canadian Tire. Picked this up about a year ago, shortly after I got the ATV. Only because loading it in the truck was okay, especially like I usually back the truck up to my driveway, and you can see I got a really nice set of ramps in there. It's super easy, but if you do it properly. I got the trailer because Dad got an ATV and he doesn't own a truck. He's got a sports car, so he wasn't hauling that thing around, and we wanted to get riding immediately. So the best solution was just for me to lug around the ATVs, one in the truck, one in the trailer. But I hadn't done this in a while, so it can get a little complicated. So we're recording in 4K today, trying that out. Seeing as we're not riding fast, it looks like it's coming out pretty good. So happy about that. And yeah, let's get to loading. Again, I'm gonna crack a little Coke easy with that, and throw in a Zonic. That might be my new signature move. Two videos in a row. Little Zonic, little Coca. Let's sit back and enjoy. Loading up two ATVs by yourself in a 5.7 trailer and a Ram bed, and that's a full-size bed, 6'4" I'm almost certain it is. So what I'm doing here, see, I deployed my trifold ramp. Those are, I believe they're Motomaster from Canadian Tire. They cost quite a bit, but it does a better job than those two kind of smaller ramps. But you guys can immediately see that my approach angle to get in the back of this truck is absolutely potato. Like I had my truck pointed downhill, so not a good spot to begin with. The ramps aren't that long, but I knew as soon as I put them on, I was like, "Ooh, that doesn't look as pleasant as it normally does." Because like I normally have it on the driveway, and it's almost, it's only like a 15-degree angle. I can do it backwards, but hey, the camera was rolling. I put the first strap on. Screw it. Let's get this done. So you notice I went and grabbed the second ratchet strap just because I was already doubting myself at this point. I have the one strap on the other side. I normally only put one. But seeing as how the ramps look dangerous enough, I figured, well, at least I can confirm that they're not going to slip out under me. I might flip the ATV, but whatever, might get some views out of the video. Now, that's not what happened. Sorry to disappoint, but still, we're going to have some fun here. So yeah, what you want to do is just keep your ramp tied to the bottom of your hitch there. You see there's kind of two holes, so you can use ratchet straps. I just have one of those pressure straps on the other one. You don't need anything fancy. Like this is a little bit of overkill. I gave it a nice torque and it really squeezed my ramp against the hitch there. So this just makes sure when you're rolling up the ramp that your tires don't kick the ramp out from underneath you, and that would just be a bad day because you'd go nose first into your tail bed. You might jack up your truck or even mess up your ATV or yourself. So tie them into there. Looks good. Got two straps. A little tarp there. I use this tire. I don't have a back rack in my truck. I wish I did, but I normally just stick that tire there and I pull the ATV right into it and kind of squeeze it against the back of the truck bed. I actually got that tire when I picked up my ATV. The guy looked at me. He's like, "You want me to put it in the truck here?" He noticed I didn't have a back rack or that I wasn't ready or had no idea what I was doing. He's like, "Here, man, let me go get you a tire just to make sure we don't ruin your first day with your quad." So I've kept that tire until I find something else. But with the trailer now, this is probably the last time I'm going to be loading an ATV in the back. I'm actually doing this because I'm bringing my dad's ATV back to his place. He's going to trade it in for a new machine. So he's working a deal with the dealership, but obviously they're not going to come pick it up all the way out here. So I'm just going to bring it to his place, and when he seals the deal, we will take it down to the shop to complete the trade-in. Okay, so here we go. Right now I'm feeling good. All right, floor low, put the diff lock on, everything's good. Now I get to this point and the angle looks like shit. Like I only go up there if I know I'm dead straight and I don't have to add myself any stress. But even when I tried to correct it, I knew when I got to the ramp, listen, I'm not straight, but fuck it, we're going for it. I get up here, I almost stop on the ramp, which is the one thing you're not supposed to do, and then check this out. Boom! Yeah, so if you watch videos on YouTube, which is what I did for a while, like I actually got really good at doing this. The important thing when you load is try to get the best angle you can, and also once you hit that ramp, you just keep steady on the throttle and you slowly kind of creep up the ramp just with good throttle going, and it's just going to climb up no problem. Like the ATV doesn't struggle to get up something like this. On this occasion, however, you see me, I hit the ramp. I was a little crooked, second guessed myself. Again, I'm recording. I'm just going to go for it, see what happens. So I kind of get on the ramp, kind of jerks on me a little bit. I stop in the middle of the ramp. I get up in the middle of the ramp. Like, you guys can rewatch it if you want. But basically, once I got to my tailgate, I had two wheels in. I was like, let's just get this thing in. And I gave it a little too much throttle, and it really burped up and jumped quickly in front of me. Luckily, I kind of had my foot on the rear brake, and I gave it a good squeeze once I got in there. But I can't really tell if it's the tire that saved me or my swift action on the brakes. However, you can hear it in the video. I say, "Oh, that was scary." I did not feel good. Normally I get up there no problem, kind of do it properly, but I hadn't done it in so long, and I got up to the ramp without even thinking it. But hey, okay, we got ATV number one loaded in. Right now I'm just ratcheting. I got a little tie down point on my bumper. I'm just giving a good squeeze until the suspension kind of compresses a little. And I know if you guys are pros out there watching me do this, I hear you're not supposed to do that. However, I wasn't going that far, and I only torqued it a little bit. It's just for peace of mind up there. Um, yeah, now that I say this, I realize I used to put a rear strap on it too. I won't be doing that in this video. I'm just gonna go toss another ratchet strap on the side of the ATV. Oh yeah, I wanted to go to the trailer and make sure I had another ratchet strap in there because I keep that little bag in my truck. I noticed I might run out. Like I still got to tie down the one on the back in the trailer, but I just went and checked I had a spare one. So same thing on this side. I just loop one thing into the truck's tie down points. Most trucks have them in each corner, um, and they're pretty good spots to use this type of hook and ratchet system. That tarp out of the way. Oh yeah, and this ratchet actually gave me some issues. Honestly, I always mess around with these things. You can notice now the strap is kind of in the wrong way, so I tried to ratchet it down. It's not going to work, or it's not as clean. So I ended up having to take it apart because a few times I would just ratchet them any which way, and when I went to pull them off, like they would be hard to take off because like I probably had too much cable in the ratchet, or it's folded on itself. I don't know. It was never smooth. Like when I do them nice, like this one, and then the one on the other side, like I can just go up to it and give it a just hit the release or the catch there with my thumb and give it a good pull, and it comes loose. So another thing, I wasn't really big on using ratchet straps, but figuring them out. And those of you who went through that, you must know what I'm talking about. They're not super intuitive. Unless someone shows you how to do it the right way, you just kind of try and figure it out for a while. And yeah, I know my buddy Steve, and he went to the Ratchet Strap Academy of YouTube. straps are clean. I'm talking like he's got a method to put them away, fold them up, lock them, unlock them, and they always look super tight when I follow his trailer with his side by side on the back. So shout out to you, Steve. I admire your ratchet strap discipline. Mine's kind of a shit show here. Give it a good tug. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. So let's fold these out of the way. And luckily these fit right underneath my ATV here in the truck. Oh yeah, so I think I'm checking that the park brake's on. I actually had it in 4 low. You want to travel with the ATV in neutral. So I put it back in the neutral and everything else looks good. Yeah, you should grab the key and throw it in here. Not that it would fall out, but just extra peace of mind. Especially when I'm doing this, I really like to double check everything and really kind of get OCD about it because if you forget to secure something or to tie something down or if you connect the trailer improperly, you can get in some real trouble. And this is my truck. Like I keep it nice. I use it for a lot of dirty stuff, but I try to take care of it. I really the paint's in perfect condition, and I don't want any scratches on it. I don't want to bang my shit up. So yeah, I take care of it. Take my time. It's important because these are all kind of heavy things. Like this trifold ramp here, if that leans up against your truck, like you're gonna get a nice scratch in your paint, and it's gonna rust. There's no stopping that. So they fit nicely right underneath the ATV. Obviously, with the size of my ATV, I can't fold the tailgate up. I would need an 8 foot bed for that. Not the end of the world. It'd be nice to close it, but it's secure with it down too, and the tires are just like the pressure is just past where the tailgate folds. So, because tailgates in the Ram, this is a Ram Classic 2021. I believe it's only like 200 pounds. It's surprisingly low for the weight that you can put on the tailgate. So you wouldn't want this ATV to be sitting on its back wheels right on the tailgate. So that extra little black strap that I secure to my hitch when I ramp up, I always leave it on the trifold just to do this exact thing here. I keep them in the truck by just ratcheting them to that tie down point by the front there. Give them a tug. They're not going anywhere. All right, so now for the fun part. Let's get the trailer on and then load the Outlander to the trailer. These are nice little trailers. Little tight though. I've noticed the like my ATV just fits on this thing. It looks like it's made for it, but sometimes those ramps on the back they'll rub up against my bumper. So I'm still trying to find a solution for the back. You'll be able to see in the front I just kind of zip tied 2 pieces of gym mat flooring in the front, so that takes care of that. But I haven't quite had the time or the willpower to attack the rear of it. You know, when I get hands on this thing, it's because I'm going riding. So unless I have the time, it's just going to stay like that for a minute. Got to keep your priorities straight out there when the task list is just constantly huge. Between work and the family and take care in this place, like, yeah, some stuff definitely gets missed, but only so many hours in a day. So that's a 4 pin connector. There's no trailer brakes on this trailer. It's okay. It's super small. Like you can haul it with a Corolla if you'd like. But there's a light package on it, so I'm just putting that thing in, and I don't know if there's a trick to this, but every time I put this in there, I always gotta give it a good push and side by side and a shake. But that's okay because once it's in there, it's super secure. So you saw I crossed my chains into the hitch. That might, if your trailer comes loose, like there, I guess there's some information that says that it might keep it linked against your truck, or it's just a better way to do it to keep it straight if he comes off the ball or something like that. But not too sure on it. I know that that's one of my steps. Let's make sure those chains are crossed. And then got the ball catch on. It's secured. Got my lock back on. And I keep a lock on my hitch too. I think that's what I just checked. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I turned the truck on, but it's daytime, so obviously there's no lights. So basically, I'm back here checking absolutely nothing. Normally, if my daytime running lights are on, the red lights would come up in the back there, but I think we just hit the blinker here and go take a look. Yeah, perfect. So, well, the left blinker works. We're not going to check the right one because I'm almost certain if the right one's out, the one on the left would blink extra fast. If I'm wrong, let me know, but I just shaved off a good 25 seconds not checking that other one. Always take your garbage back with you. This was a couple things piling up at the land there. I went just that day with my wife, my daughter, and both my in-laws. Just had a little fire, took them for a couple rides around the land. I know my father-in-law, he hadn't seen this place yet, so we just wanted to spend the day there and bring Quinn, our daughter, to run around and kind of bomb around the ATV with us. And she had a blast. It was cool. So just a little day trip there, and right place, right time. I ended up I had to take this ATV back anyways, so I told them to leave. Just let me do my thing here because I want to take my time. And quite frankly, at this point, this is just kind of a one-man operation, loading up ATVs. So I didn't need much help, but I did need to focus. And they were rolling with my daughter, so we can't stick around too long once it starts getting close to bath time or supper time. You know, we're pretty scheduled when it comes to that. Went for a little walk here just to give you guys a good, a good 4K shot of part of the land here. That's an old shed there. There's a smaller lawn tractor in there, a Husqvarna 25 horsepower, I think 48-inch mower deck, which is what we normally mowed this whole place with, and it took an eternity. But once we got the 777 zero turn there, the John Deere in the garage, this thing it gets mowed pretty quick. About 2 hours, start to finish, with two machines running.
Put this next rig in.
Palms are looking good. I trimmed around them with the weed whacker a little bit. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes I let it just grow out natural. Not too sure. I know I'm going to do a little rope fence around it. A couple sketchy times when my daughter's running around. She wasn't that close, but I got to get something up there just to make it look nice. I might use that rope that's on the ground there. I found that dug into the golf course there, so could repurpose that. Keep it natural. Keep a piece of the place. We'll see. All right, so loading in the back of this trailer is an absolute joy because the angle is really nice. You got a nice little ramp that's already secured to it, so you can do this with your eyes closed. Much better experience than the back of the truck, and this fits quite nicely on there. It seems like it's a little shorter than mine because it doesn't really hit the back at all or come close to hitting the back, so it fits in here nice. I get it wedged right up close up front. You guys are going to see here those rubber pieces that I put in to stop the ATV from rubbing up. Just got to move them around a bit. It was kind of wedged in there tight, so give it a good shake. Yeah, that'll squeeze right in. Here we go, 1 and 2. This tailgate folds up. There's two nice sturdy steel kind of brackets on the side that you just push down, and they hit a kind of a big bolt head, and they're super secure. Tons of room. I know these might be completely ineffective, but I keep them in the trailer because when I park my trailer in my backyard, I put those underneath the trailer wheels. But since I have them, why not? Could be a first line of defense if something goes wrong. Although I'm almost certain they would just slide right off this because it's very slick aluminum flooring. But we're Gucci, baby. All right, so we're in the enclosed trailer. I'm only down to one ratchet strap. I'm not really used to tying down this machine, but I think I did something quick here. Just gonna throw a strap over the front of it, and I'm recording this a couple days later. The ATV made it home just fine. So if this stresses anybody out, I'm sorry, but we made it. We're here. Yeah, so shout out to all the subscribers. I think I gained a couple new ones since the last video, 2 or 3 of them. So shout out to you guys For those who have been here before, welcome back. Hope this finds you well. And yeah, we're gonna keep doing them. Like I said, I got a few comments. There was actually a big pool party at my friend's house on Saturday, and we got some mutual friends, but he also has a group of friends that I don't really know all that well. And yeah, I had one of his buddies come talk to me about it, so that was kind of cool. Kind of pumped me up a little bit. That's why we're back here. All right, this one is all ready to go. I know this one actually has a parking gear, which I left it in park. Not sure if that's like a transmission thing. Yeah, I guess it would be. Um, yeah, let me know if that should be in neutral or not. I guess it doesn't really matter because I won't be seeing it again. But actually, I most likely am gonna have to deliver it to the dealer there. So I never thought of it until just now. Let me look into that and make sure I'm not putting any undue stress on the transmission there by doing that. It might be best left in neutral. Although I'm not sure if there's neutral in that thing. Anyways, I'll check it out. Oh, funny thing about that, and I just noticed when I got home, I went to drop that off at Dad's place. I noticed he noticed, he's like, "Hey, did you take my back seat off?" And I was like, "Nope." And I guess it flew off on the highway. Little fusey here. Those are nice. If you guys are into iced tea, 0 calories, little hit of caffeine too. Come on. This is the Pepez box. It weighs a ton. Had to pump myself up here, give it a lift. It's basically just a bunch of tools that I lug back and forth from my house to here. Just expensive stuff I don't want to leave on the land. Although there is a really good security system there. I only have one set of tools and I need them sometimes at home. So I got this nice box there that I've made up. It's all organized on the inside. And I lug back and forth my tools. Didn't really have the spot for that in the bed or the trailer, and definitely not in front of the seat. That's not going to work, Mick. Um, so just throw it in the front seat. I'm riding solo. I got the space. Not too much space, though. You guys can notice this is a regular cab. So kind of a rare little gem out there. I've had 2 trucks just like this now. This is my second one. I sold the first one when we had a baby and I was going away for work for a while. So I didn't want it to stay parked for over a year. So I dumped that and I missed it every day since. And I had big plans to find one. Luckily, I found one in Nova Scotia shortly after I moved here. So made the purchase and super happy with it. Good truck. Actually has a couple more options than my last one, like that sliding rear window and kind of a new infotainment system. That's a 2021. My last one was a 2018, if I'm not mistaken. And this one's also 4-wheel drive. The last one I had was a 2-wheel drive, and it was kind of a death trap during the winter. So happy about that. Right now, I'm just doing my final checks of Pepez. Keep the place locked up. Like I said, there's not many valuables here, but it's nice to lock it up, just not to have any unwanted visitors. Although no one really comes here, um, it's all good. Gave a good salute on my way out. Until next time, I always like looking back and checking things out one last time before I go. Oh, I was walking up here. I was like, I gotta send a picture to the boys here. I am rigged up. All right, so let's get in and get out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And honestly, if you have any tips for me, like I said in the last video, I'm kind of new to all this rigging around stuff and loading and unloading. And I watched a couple YouTube videos how to do things, but I kind of get sick of that sometimes. But if you guys got any recommendations or suggestions, let me know. You guys kind of saw how I do things poorly. But yeah, all good. I just went and grabbed the key. So what I did there, I got this key ring. I got so many keys out there, a couple machines and structures and stuff and locks here and there. So I keep everything on this kind of janky key ring. But before I leave, I got little good key discipline. I always count the keys and make sure I got keys for everything out there with me, just to not leave them in the machines. And I also do that when I leave home. Not that I take those out of the truck, but I'd hate to get here without that key ring. I'd be turning around, going right back home, and it's about a 35-minute drive, so not super far, but far enough that that would be a pain. All right, so listen, this is just me driving out. Thanks for coming out and look forward to hanging out with you guys during the next UFO 69 Ride Companion. We'll try and get a nice ride maybe in Porter's Lake area in the near future. Okay, Mick Deluxe out.
UF069 Ride Companion. Nice.